हेलो बच्चों, अब इस वीडियो में हम डिस्कस करने जा रहे हैं कुछ MCQs। और ये MCQs हैं हमारे जो यूनिट ICSE एग्जाम्स में आता है, नेचुरल वेजिटेशन। ठीक है, वन ऑफ दोज यूनिट्स, द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट यूनिट्स, these MCQs are discussed here, right? Now let's start with it. Number 1, नेचुरल वेजिटेशन में बच्चों आपने ये पढ़ा हुआ है अलग अलग टाइप के फॉरेस्ट, राइट? One of that is tropical evergreen forest, right? अब ये tropical evergreen forest को हम rain forest क्यों बोलते हैं? It is also called as rain forest. You all know. Now, what is the reason why it is called as rain forest? इसका first option है, it's thick underground cover. Number 2, it receives heavy rainfall throughout the year. और third है, they grow to an altitude ranging from 500 to 1500 meters. And fourth है, they grow on windward side of the mountains. इसमें सबसे appropriate answer लग रहा है B. Okay, and B is going to be the correct answer for this. It receives heavy rainfall throughout the year. That's why this type of vegetation is also called as rainforest. Right? Okay. Now, the next one is the leaves of tropical evergreen trees are broad. ओके अब इसका क्या रीजन हो सकता है? द लीव्स ऑफ ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन ट्रीज आर ब्रॉड. नंबर 1, दे ग्रो टू अ लेंथ ऑफ मोर देन 60 meters height. Number 2, to evaporate excess water. Number 3, it's a hardwood tree and fine grained. And number 4 is to protect from frost and snow. Right? अब इसका सबसे करेक्ट आंसर यहाँ पर होगा B, that is to evaporate excess water. ओके अच्छा, इसके बाद थर्ड क्वेश्चन हमारा है, these forests shed their leaves for about 6 to 8 weeks during the spring and early summers, right? These forests means we are talking of now the deciduous forest. Okay, अब इसमें first reason है because of seasonal rainfall. Number 2, subsoil water is not enough for the tree to retain their leaves. Number 3, alternate dry and wet season. And number 4 is they are found in pure strands. Is the first one correct, or second one correct, or third? Because the fourth is not at all correct in this, right? इसमें से बच्चों सबसे correct answer होगा third, that is alternate dry and wet season. Okay, now let's talk about the next question. An important tree of Karnataka forest and known for its lofty status and medicinal value. Is it teak, sandalwood, eucalyptus, or sal? It is sandalwood. Yes. Okay. So this is the answer for the question. Next question is, the main characteristics of this type of vegetation is to reduce the leaves into spines and thorns in order to, number 1 option is to protect from snow and frost. Number 2 is to prevent loss of water by transpiration, to protect from high moisture content, and to survive in fresh and brackish water. इसमें भी बच्चों option B is correct, that is to prevent loss of water by transpiration. क्योंकि ये vegetation है. Yes, can you name that vegetation? It is xerophytic vegetation and it is found in desert areas. Okay, so already वहां पर because water की बहुत ज्यादा स्कार्सिटी होती है, तो इस वजह से वहां पर प्लांट्स या ट्रीज जो भी एग्जिस्ट करते हैं, जो भी वेजिटेशन सर्वाइव करता है, उसको अपने अंदर वाटर स्टोर करके रखना होता है. ओके, अब उस पर्पज से ये चीज जो है ये हेल्प करता है इन लेस ट्रांसपिरेशन. ओके, और अगर लेस ट्रांसपिरेशन होगा तो नेचुरली लॉस ऑफ वाटर विल बी लेस. ओके, and they can store more water with them. So this is the correct option. The B option is correct one. Okay, next question is, the major factor affecting the forests of this vegetation are, number 1, variation in rainfall, variation in relief, variation in wind movement, and variation in temperature. आप देख सकते हो पिक्चर में माउंटेनस एरिया दिखाया हुआ है and the forest is actually on the slopes, right? तो मतलब हम बात कर रहे हैं माउंटेन टाइप वेजिटेशन. ओके, तो यहां पर कौन सा ऑप्शन सबसे सही होगा? नंबर 2, दैट इज वेरिएशन इन relief will be the most appropriate answer. Okay, now let's talk about the next one. Next is it helps the plants to survive in the shifting mud of the coastal region. Right? अब इसमें आपका आंसर क्या हो सकता है? Because we are talking about the tidal forest. Okay. अब इसमें सबसे सही आंसर यहाँ पर होगा stilt roots. Right? Stilt roots क्या होते हैं? They help actually the trees to remain there intact in the shifting mud in the coastal areas when the tides come. तो mud जो है वो shift होता है and because of that the trees may fall. और ये जो stilt roots होते हैं they help in holding the tree there only, right? They provide support. Clear? अच्छा, next question है बच्चों, the important benefits of the agroforestry. इसमें first option है ecological, number 2 is ecological and economical interaction, number 3 है protection of animals and plants from different hazards, and number 4 है soil conservation. इसमें best option हमें लग रहा है B. Yes, and it is the correct answer. That is ecological and economical interaction. Both are actually the benefits of agroforestry. Okay. Now, let's talk about the next question. Next question is, all government organizations are supposed to implement one Mahotsav program during the months of, in which month it is implemented? June and July. Correct. ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, द मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ सिल्वीकल्चर. सिल्वीकल्चर क्या होता है बच्चों? देखो इसमें इसका मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव जो होता है सस्टेनेबल यील्ड ऑफ टिम्बर. ओके, सिल्वीकल्चर है टिम्बर को ग्रो करने का प्रैक्टिस. राइट, टिम्बर को ग्रो करना मीन्स the trees which are meant for just for timber purpose, these are grown. Okay, so sustainable yield of timber, this is actually the main objective of silviculture. Okay, now these forests are found along the coast and mouth of the river which are affected by tides. Is it tropical evergreen, deciduous, desert, or littoral? It is littoral. Okay, next is these forests are found in hot and humid areas of India where rainfall is over 200 centimeters. Over 200 centimeters means more than 200. Okay, and relative humidity is more than 70%. Now, the first option is tropical evergreen, number 2 tropical deciduous, number 3 is tropical desert, and number 4 is littoral. So the answer is going to be tropical evergreen. Okay, ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट में बच्चों हमेशा आपको ये याद रखना है, रेनफॉल हैज टू बी अबव 200 सेंटीमीटर्स. ओके, क्लियर? सो ह्यूमिडिटी लेवल भी बहुत हाई होता है, जनरली टेम्परेचर भी हायर रेंज में जाता है, राइट? बट रेनफॉल की कंडीशन आपको याद रखना है, इट हैज टू बी मोर देन 200 सेंटीमीटर्स. Okay, then it is 100% tropical evergreen forest. Right? Now let's talk about the next question. These forests are found in areas receiving 100 to 200 centimeters annual rainfall. अभी आ गया हमारा second type vegetation, that is deciduous. Okay, 100 to 200 range जो है rainfall का, ये होता है बच्चों जब हम ऐसे एरियाज में थोड़ा इंटीरियर पार्ट्स में अगर हम जाएं इंडिया में, स्पेशली पेनिनसुलर रीजन का इंटीरियर पार्ट्स, तो वहां पर आप देखोगे रेनफॉल सीजनल है. ओके, एंड इट इज comparatively less than the areas where evergreen forest is found. Okay, and this is why because of seasonal rainfall, the type of vegetation we find there is tropical deciduous. Okay, so tropical deciduous type of forest, एक इसकी quality क्या होती है? They shed their leaves in the dry season. Okay, अच्छा, third question है, fourth question है बच्चों, forests have a favorable effect on the climate of the region as, इसका क्या आंसर हो सकता है? नंबर 1 इसमें ऑप्शन दिया हुआ है, the roots of the trees hold the soil. Number 2, they help in causing rainfall in the area. Number 3, create a cool atmosphere and a water cycle which affects the forest. And number D is B and C. Yes, it is 100% B and C. That is, D option is correct. Okay, these forests are found on the windward slopes of the Western Ghats. Just now we discussed about it. Windward slope of the Western Ghats get rainfall almost above 250 centimeters, right? And just now we discussed in the earlier part that when the rainfall goes beyond 200 centimeters, it is going to be tropical evergreen. Okay, so naturally अगर ये क्वेश्चन आता है कि windward slope of Western Ghat has got what type of vegetation, it is going to be tropical evergreen. Okay, now next question is, trees of these forests shed their leaves in the dry summer, but the period of shedding is different for different species of trees. It is 100% tropical deciduous. Okay, these forests are also known as the monsoon forest. What will be the answer for this question? Number 1 is tropical evergreen, number 2 tropical deciduous, number 3 tropical desert, and number 4 is littoral. अब इसमें बच्चों एक चीज आपको याद रखना है, इंडिया में मैक्सिमम एरिया जो फॉरेस्टेड एरिया है, आपको ट्रॉपिकल डेसिडियस टाइप के वेजिटेशंस मिलेंगे. Okay, and this is one big reason why this is also called in India by the name monsoon forest, because India gets monsoon type rainfall basically, right, in maximum part of India. And monsoon is what type of actually what type of rainfall we get by monsoon winds? It is seasonal, right? So this is why the tropical deciduous vegetation has been actually given the name of monsoon forest also. राइट, ये क्वेश्चन बच्चों कई बार एग्जाम्स में बोर्ड्स में आ चुका है, सो प्लीज कीप दिस इन माइंड वेरी केयरफुली. ट्रॉपिकल डेसिडियस इज मॉनसून टाइप फॉरेस्ट. ओके, अच्छा, नेक्स्ट है रीजंस फॉर रैपिड डिप्लीशन ऑफ फॉरेस्ट रिसोर्सेज इन इंडिया. Rapid depletion means cutting down of forest and reduction in the forest area, right? So what can be the reason for that? To grow more food for the increasing population, to provide more houses for the urban population, the tribal population who practiced shifting cultivation to grow some crops for their own consumption. I think all the three has to be there, right? So the option D will work here, right? D option kya hai bachcho? It is given all the above. That means D is correct. Okay, because all the three conditions are working. Okay, next question है बच्चों, the sundari tree is considered good for the building of boats. इसका एक बड़ा reason ये है, as it is water resistant. Yes, that is very very important point. Strong and durable, especially strong and durable in water also. बिकॉज जनरली हम लोग क्या देखते हैं बच्चों, जब भी हम वुड को वाटर में कॉन्स्टेंटली रखेंगे तो वुड ज्यादा समय तक रुक नहीं पाता है, राइट? और ये जो सुंदरी ट्री का जो वुड होता है, या जो जनरली जो टाइडल फॉरेस्ट के जो ट्रीज का हम वुड यूज करते हैं, जनरली बोट जो है उससे बनाया जाता है. इसका बड़ा रीजन ये है कि ये वुड जो है दैट कैन सर्वाइव इन वाटर for long time. Okay, right? And that's why boats are made of this wood. Next question है बच्चों, a soft and white timber used for making toys and matchboxes. इनमें से कौन सा हो सकता है? नंबर 1 ऑप्शन आपको दिया हुआ है फर, नंबर 2 इज टीक, नंबर 3 इज सैंडलवुड एंड नंबर 4 इज सुंदरी, राइट? अब इसमें फर इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन फॉर दिस, right? Because fir is actually बच्चों ये जितने trees के नाम आप देख रहे हो, इनमें से fir is the only tree which belongs to the coniferous type of trees, right? Coniferous या mountain type vegetation आप बोल सकते हो, जो generally हम mountainous area में upper portion में देखेंगे, right? So fir है, spruce है, larch है, देवदार है, ये सारे trees बच्चों they belong to which type? They belong to montane type, or you can say the trees or the forest which we find on the mountains, right? So the answer will be fir. Clear? Now next question is, dash is a joint management program of both the people and the government in which the needs of the rural people as well as the government are satisfied. Now this is a joint management program of both people and government. Okay, so it has to be social forestry, because government actually brings the people along with it and they work together. And in this case, basically the poor people who are there in the rural areas, they are given like the direct benefit by this social forestry. Okay, so यहाँ पर बच्चों reforestation डिफॉरेस्टेशन एंड एग्रोफॉरेस्ट्री ये सही नहीं है, डी ऑप्शन जो है सबसे सही है यहाँ पर, ठीक है। और फिर नेक्स्ट वेजिटेशन दैट चेंजेस विद हाइट. Number 1 is tropical evergreen, tropical deciduous, tropical desert, and number 4 is mountain forest. With height, it is changing, means we are talking of the mountainous area, right? So the forest which is found in the mountainous area, that is mountain forest. Generally, it is also called by the name mountain. Okay, तो ये correct answer होगा. Next question है बच्चों, the bark, roots and leaves of this tree are of great medicinal value for treatment against ulcers, allergy, chickenpox, diabetes, and many other such diseases. और इसमें सबसे सही आंसर होगा बच्चों neem. Yes, neem is the best answer for this. Trees of the tropical forests are called evergreen because they have no particular season of shedding leaves and do remain green throughout the year. अब बच्चों यहाँ पर जो हम बात कर रहे हैं, we are talking about the tropical forest, which is also called as tropical evergreen forest, right? अब इसको हम evergreen क्यों बोलते हैं? Evergreen हम इसलिए बोलते हैं क्योंकि ऐसा नहीं है कि leaves they don't shed their the trees don't shed their leaves. Trees shed their leaves, but the time when they have to shed the leaves, it's not same. Okay, different trees shed their leaves at different time. And that is why whenever we see that forest, always we find it green. Okay, this is the reason it has got the name evergreen, means the forest which remains always green, right? So the option A will be correct answer for this. They have no particular season of shedding leaves and do remain green throughout the year. Okay, now let's talk about the next one. Next question is, thorny scrub forests are found in Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, because the reason is the rainfall should be less than 70 centimeters. That means Madhya Pradesh ka interior part, a part of Rajasthan, extreme interior part of even Chhattisgarh, Andhra, वहां पर आपको ये इस टाइप का वेजिटेशन मिल सकता है. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है बच्चों, इंडिया possesses a great variety of vegetation because of रीजंस आपको दिए हुए हैं. नंबर 1 अनइवन डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ रेनफॉल, नंबर 2 हो गया डिफरेंसेस इन टेम्परेचर, नंबर 3 इज द डिफरेंट वेराइटीज ऑफ सॉइल, और नंबर 4 हो गया ऑल द अबव. यस, यहाँ पर जो एप्लीकेबल होगा वो होगा ऑल द अबव, क्योंकि बाकी तीनों ऑप्शंस जो हैं बच्चों यहाँ पर सही है. ठीक है, अच्छा. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, डैश इज द ग्रोइंग ऑफ ट्रीज इन दोज एरियाज वेयर द ट्रीज हैव बीन अर्लियर डिस्ट्रॉयड. अब यहाँ पर क्या टर्म आ रहा है? अर्लियर इट वाज लाइक फॉरेस्टेड एरिया वाज देयर, इट वाज डिस्ट्रॉयड, अगेन प्लांटेशन इज डन, तो इसको हम क्या बोलते हैं? रीफॉरेस्टेशन. ओके, देखो बच्चों, नंबर 1 इज एफॉरेस्टेशन. एफॉरेस्टेशन होता है सिंपली प्लांटिंग ऑफ न्यू ट्रीज, राइट? प्लांटेशन जो हम करते हैं, ठीक है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एफॉरेस्टेशन. जब हम बात करते हैं री एफॉरेस्टेशन, री एफॉरेस्टेशन मीन्स एफॉरेस्टेशन वहां उस एरिया में करना जहां पर ऑलरेडी लाइक पहले ट्रीज थे, दे हैव बीन कट फॉर इन व्हाटएवर रीजन, दे हैव बीन कट, एंड अगेन उस जगह पर जब हम फिर से प्लांटेशन करते हैं उसको हम बोलते हैं रीफॉरेस्टेशन. ओके, रीफॉरेस्टेशन, क्लियर? तो यहाँ पर जो टर्म आना चाहिए, दैट इज एक्चुअली रीफॉरेस्टेशन इज द ग्रोइंग ऑफ ट्रीज इन दोज एरियाज वेयर द ट्रीज हैव बीन अर्लियर डिस्ट्रॉयड, मींस इट वाज देयर बट इट वाज समहाउ डिस्ट्रॉयड. क्लियर? नाउ कम टू नेक्स्ट, डैश इज द प्लांटिंग ऑफ ट्रीज टू क्रिएट अ न्यू फॉरेस्ट. अब इसमें क्या टर्म आ सकता है? नंबर 1 reforestation, number 2 deforestation, number 3 agroforestry, and number 4 is afforestation. Yes, afforestation is the correct answer. Okay, now let's talk about the next question. These forests are found in the northeastern states, Andaman, Nicobar, western slopes of western Ghats, etc. और इसका आंसर होगा tropical evergreen. Yes. Okay, next question है, the important trees of these forests are palms, babul, कीकर, खजूरी. ये कौन सा vegetation हो सकता है? This vegetation belongs to the desert areas. Okay, and that's why it has got the name tropical desert type vegetation. right? Next, tidal forests are also known as, is it mangrove or littoral, or thorny scrub, or mountain forest, or alpine forest? It has to be mangrove or littoral. Okay, this will be the correct answer. Next, mahogany and ebony are the trees found in the dash forest. This is actually tropical evergreen forest. Clear? Mahogany and ebony, right? Then next question is, this is of a very little human use. It is mainly used for fencing. फेंसिंग के लिए कौन सा इनमें से यूज करते हैं हम प्लांट प्लांट या ट्री? नंबर 1 is सुंदरी, right? Number 2 is cacti, number 3 is neem, and number 4 is date, right? So the answer is going to be cacti, right? Next question है बच्चों, tropical evergreen not much exploited for commercial purposes because number 1 is they are protected forest, number 2 they are reserved forest, number 3 they are mainly found in the inhospitable rugged terrains and are almost impenetrable, right? And number 4 is they are evergreen. So इसमें से जो सबसे appropriate answer लग रहा है बच्चों, that is C. Okay, because the tropical evergreen forests have got a lot of undergrowths बोलते हैं बच्चों, जो trees के बीच में छोटे छोटे bushes, herbs, shrubs वगैरह, जो creepers वगैरह जो develop हो जाते हैं, उसको हम बोलते हैं undergrowths, right? So tropical evergreen forest में undergrowths बहुत ज्यादा होने की वजह से if we want to cross the forest, actually it will be very difficult, right? So movement becomes very difficult. So if for commercial purpose we want to exploit the forest, we want to get some logs from there, it will be very, very difficult, right? Number 1. Number 2, very important reason for this is this area has got like a tropical evergreen type of forest. You'll find the trees are generally present in mixed strand. Okay, if they are in mixed strand, naturally अगर हमें एक particular type का wood चाहिए, तो we need to search for it in different parts of the forest, right? Because it is not same anywhere. So this is one big reason why the tropical evergreen forest, these are actually, you can say, not much commercially exploited. Okay, but on the other hand, deciduous forest जो है बच्चों, वो सबसे ज़्यादा commercially exploited vegetation है. Okay, next question है बच्चों, the leaves of this tree are used to wrap beedies, and the answer is तेंदू. Okay, तेंदू leaves जो हैं, उनको हम use करते हैं बीड़ी बनाने के लिए, right? Now next question is identify the forest. अब इसमें आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है ये कौन सा फॉरेस्ट है, राइट? और 4 ऑप्शंस आपको दिए गए हैं. नंबर 1 इज एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट, नंबर 2 माउंटेन फॉरेस्ट, number 3 tidal forest, and number 4 tropical deciduous forest. The answer has to be mountain forest. Okay, mountain forest, you can see the coniferous type of trees are present, right? Now question number 2, trees utilize carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen is what type of function of forest? अब बताइए आप, इसमें दो चीजें आ गई बच्चों. वन साइड ट्रीज आर यूटिलाइजिंग कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड, राइट? मतलब जो एटमॉस्फेयर से कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड लेता है और उसको यूटिलाइज करता है, एंड इट इज रिलीजिंग बैक ऑक्सीजन इन द एटमॉस्फेयर, राइट? तो अब यहां पर कौन सा फंक्शन होगा फॉरेस्ट का? यहां पर आ जाएगा रेगुलेटरी फंक्शन. ओके, रेगुलेटरी फंक्शन वो होता है बच्चों जो फॉरेस्ट जिसमें सारे साइकिल्स जो हैं, लाइफ सपोर्टिंग साइकिल्स, उनकी प्रॉपर फंक्शनिंग में जो हेल्प करता है, उनको हम बोलते हैं रेगुलेटरी फंक्शंस. ओके, सो द आंसर इन दिस क्वेश्चन विल बी डी. क्लियर? Now let's move to the next question. The bark of the tree has medicinal properties, effective in treating diabetes, allergies, etc. What is this? This is Devdar, Sal, Bear, Neem. It has to be Neem. Yes, correct. Now, next one is identify the forest to which it belongs and why are leaves of trees mostly thick and small. Yes. Identify the forest to which it belongs. This is actually the desert type vegetation. Okay. Then next question is thorns forest to maximize evaporation. Thorn forest to minimize evaporation. Then mountain forest to reduce moisture. And number 4 is mountain forest to help to grow more. अब इसमें कौन सा ऑप्शन सबसे अप्रोप्रिएट लग रहा है यहाँ पर? And it is actually thorn forest to minimize evaporation. Okay, thorn forest बोलते हैं या desert forest भी हम बोलते हैं कभी कभी. Tree has profuse growth with a tangle of climber. Yes. अब बताओ इसमें आप क्या आंसर दे सकते हो? What it is for? Number 1 is for survival in soft and shifting mud. Number 2 is for water to grow. And number 3 is for breathing. And number 4 for moisture. यहाँ पर सबसे सही आंसर होगा बच्चों for survival in soft and shifting mud. Okay. Next question is which of the following forests possesses this characteristic? Which of the following forests? Number 1 is mountain forest to withstand large and heavy snowfalls and shed snow easily without breaking limbs. Number 2 is desert forest to protect from the animal attack. Number 3, evergreen forest to get maximum sunlight. Number 4 is tidal forest to provide survive shifting mud. The answer is going to be D has to be the correct answer, right? D will be the correct answer. Now, next one is cactus is a dash plant. Cactus is a dash plant. अब इसमें से terms आप क्या लिख सकते हो? Number 1 is xerophyte. Number 2 is hygrophytes. Number 3 is mesophyte. And number 4 is tropophyte. It has to be, yes, xerophyte. Okay. Xerophyte vegetation जो होता है बच्चों generally desert areas में develop हो पाता है. Okay. Next question is, what is the objective of the forestry which is shown in the picture? Yes, the objective of this type of forestry is, what can be the answer for this? और इसके options जो हैं आप देख सकते हो, protection of forest, to grow trees, to produce sellable products and to provide shade to the crops, right? Number 3 is afforestation on barren land. And number 4 is increasing agricultural production. Answer will be B. Okay. Next question is, Van Mahotsav comes under, number 1 is urban forestry, number 2 social forestry, number 3 extension forestry, and number 4 is all of the above. So the answer will be all of the above, means all these are applicable, right? To which forest does this tree belong? To which type of forest? Mountain forest, tidal forest, desert forest, and monsoon forest. It is actually desert forest. Read the given questions carefully and choose the correct options. अब फिर एक और फॉर्मेट में जो है MCQs यहाँ पर मेंशन्ड है. नंबर 1, वेजिटेशन रेफर्स टू, क्या आंसर हो सकता है बच्चों यहाँ पर? प्लांट्स ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर रीजन कंसीडर्ड एज अ ग्रुप. Number 2, assemblage of plant species living in association with each other in a given environment. Next is large tract of land covered with trees accompanied with shrubs, herbs. Okay. And the last is all of the above. इसमें आंसर हो सकता है the second one, assemblage of plant species and living in association with each other in a given environment. Okay, that is actually vegetation. Next, which of the following vegetations has a multi-layered structure? ये है ट्रॉपिकल एवरग्रीन फॉरेस्ट। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है बच्चों, कंजू एंड कोको आर द इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रीज फाउंड इन, इसमें ऑप्शन हो गया ट्रॉपिकल डेजर्ट फॉरेस्ट। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, दीज आर द इंपॉर्टेंट ट्रीज ऑफ ट्रॉपिकल डेसिडियस फॉरेस्ट, और इसमें आपको एग्जाम्पल्स दिए हुए हैं अलग अलग वेजिटेशन टाइप्स के ट्रीज के नाम। नंबर 1 हो गया स्प्रूस, देवदार, सिप्रस, राइट, एंड नंबर 2 इज खैर, नीम एंड बेर। Number 4 is, number 3, mahua, mulberry, shisham. Number 4 is keoda, amur, and agar, right? So, यहाँ पर जो है बेस्ट आंसर यहाँ पर होगा mahua, mulberry, and shisham. Okay, next question, which of the following vegetation experiences annual temperature between 12 to 13 degrees centigrades? So, the answer will be mountain forest. Okay, next है, the following pair of trees have medicinal value.